All right, welcome back to First Car Out. We'll talk about how the Southern Ohio Forest Rally 2025 went. So we've got a visit there. Got some interviews during expose, but we'll just do kind of a small segment, and just want to be able to let you guys know I'm going to be pausing this. So I'm not giving up on the podcast, but I'm not really working on it. Just too busy, too much time and effort to really kind of do it right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
What do I do with my hands?
I don't know, because it's only a picture. So what SOFR is this for you?
7.
This is 7?
6 or 7.
How'd you feel from yesterday's stages?
I mean, we're here. They're so tight, right? Mistakes are heavily punished.
I think we heard that yesterday from a few people, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, then Chris let off the road, so now we're in first.
Yeah.
With like a good 2-minute margin.
But you're not here for season points.
No, I'm here to beat him, so.
But if he goes off the road, that's not fun.
Right.
Yeah. How were you guys competitive, like, aside from the offs?
It took the first couple gravel stages, I was really slow. I changed the setup on the car for the first time in like 5 years.
I'm proud of you.
Stiffer springs, yeah.
Yeah?
It took me a little bit. I think I'm dialed in now, and it's working really good.
So you're stiffer by how much, or what are you running now?
Well, I actually put a dual rate in the front.
Okay.
So net should be quite a bit stiffer, and like a little bit stiffer in the rear, maybe 30 pounds.
Okay, that's enough to notice.
Yeah, because it's like your car. It's great in the wet, sloppy stuff, and like
you can never be stiff enough in the hard.
Dude, it was brutal. Like I did Overmound, and then LSPR was dry.
Yeah.
And like brutal. And I killed I killed my tires. I think I was overworking them.
So what are you running right now?
I had 2 new MRFs and 2 that had like 1 day of LSPR, and they're still on the car. Like they're a little bit rounded, but they look totally fine. I think I'm using both tires more instead of just like leaning on the one. And it's like my tire wear is good. It's pretty even. Like,
are you in like a medium compound right now?
Softs.
You're on softs even with this heat?
They didn't have mediums, so.
That's a good point. You kind of supply and command.
Yeah. I'll take what I can get.
What advice do you have for newbies at SOFR?
Don't cut. Well, for the Fridays, don't cut. Today, I mean, these just flow so good. Like, just have fun.
These are fast, fun roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's so in rear-wheel drive, right? You gotta have a little bit of slip angle.
If you don't feel that you're slipping, you don't feel like you're turning.
Right, and then, but it's there's the clean line, and then yesterday had a lot of like loose on top, so you get offline and it gets really sketchy really fast. So, I don't know. And it's just so narrow, right? They got the big ditches, the concrete culverts, like not a lot of room to play with the car, whereas these are really wide. And you can set the car up and just hammer through.
You got kind of like a feeling like snowdrift, but without the snow, because like Friday was always survives. Yeah. Saturday was
which is, kind of most rallies. I mean, that's how I treat LSPR too.
Yeah.
It's just usually not as dangerous.
True.
We have mechanicals on Friday, if anything.
You have been plagued with those in the past. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, we also did a new recce setup. RJ got one of those fancy monits.
Oh yeah, with the wheel speed sensor?
No, with the GPS and then like the little trigger. So like now
you have real distances.
He was really mad because over half my distances that I did on Vibes were accurate. Like I had like a 400, and it's like
398,
spot on. And he's like, that's BS, man.
That's funny.
Dude, the Vibe system worked.
Okay. Yeah, that was something we would struggle with because it was like, is that a 400, a 100, or a 1,000?
Well, that's the thing. For me, like, if you can do a stage first that has a virtual chicane, they mark 3210.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, that's 100, and then you're calibrated.
Well, you got to hope they put those in the right spots then. But for the most part, that's pretty good.
That's
a clever idea. I was thinking like rangefinder, but they're like $1,000. That's
dude,
stupid.
the big thing for this that was really cool. So now I'm doing like, there's like long combo corners. So now I can have like 5 lefts over like 150.
Yeah.
And then I can put a Titans instead of just doing like a very long Titans at some point that I'm just looking for and kind of waiting.
Yeah, Titans when.
I know I can go here and then it cuts in.
Cool.
So like I can push way deeper into the corner, and I think that's paying off really well.
We'll have to dig in the data afterwards and compare to like old stages of like, I mean, it's the similar conditions. It's hot, muggy, dry, and there might have been some rain earlier in the week, which is kind of like
typical.
every SOFR, so it'll be neat to see. But if you like the notes better, I mean, that's all that really matters. It's what you need to hear.
I think it's working, yeah.
Well, if you're in first, aside from an off, but
well, that's why I need to beat Chris on merit. I got to do it.
Yeah.
And I heard he may or may not be cruising until the power stage. I'm gonna push on every stage today just because it's fun.
You have to.
Like even after they went off, like we didn't slow down. Like that's when I finally was like getting dialed in, and I'm like, dude, I'm having a blast.
These roads are fun. Well, cool. All right, great talking with you, Santiago Iglesias.
Yeah.
Talk on the podcast.
Dirty?
You can. I mean, I'm not paid.
Okay.
It's all volunteer.
We can talk about whatever you want.
Well, it's not that kind of podcast. I want to talk about rally.
You ask me questions and I'll answer.
All right, what's your name?
Matt McGee.
Tell me about this car.
It's a 2008 Volkswagen Rabbit. We built it at home. I don't know, 4 years ago now. Pretty basic, simple car that's been reliable.
You're back at it. I know you've had some medical issues that's kind of kept you out from competition, but has that been driving you to help get you back in the car of like recovery and that process?
Yeah, I've used this for fuel to push myself to get back there.
I'm really happy to see you out here because I know you guys put your heart and soul in it. And watching you guys battle with Bucky, which I'm also been teasing him, or he needs to be here because you two should be racing because there's always pockets in each class of like following the best, like actual racing. And you two together, I'm always watching the splits of like trading places. You got a power advantage, but he's got a size advantage. And I think this is kind of a good event for you to use both of you guys' strengths. So
yeah, 2 years ago here, him and the Yarborough was probably the funnest battle I've ever had. Of swapping times all weekend. And I tried to get Bucky to be here. He just couldn't make it this year. I was like, dude, this could be my last one. Let's go. And he's like, I'm trying. But
so I wanted to come down here for this because I heard him. I'm like, I want to come and I gotta cheer for Matt. I want to see you out there and finish. You made it through day one unscathed. Any close calls?
So day one, we had 2 completely blown rear struts. It was all spring, so it was a handful in the tarmac there. We got some Monroe struts from Advanced Auto Parts on the rear right now, so it's better than it was as long as they hold up.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
do they have another pair you could get at service?
Well, the ones that we that ended up being blown was our backup set. We blew the hot bits at Over Mountain on the jump. So
hot bits always.
The rear of the car. So I had fresh backups and put them on, and I was like, these don't feel right after test day. It was pure spring. So now we're on backups from the local parts store.
So this is the 5-cylinder though, right?
Yep.
So like 5-cylinder, roughly 200 horse?
I stock they're 170, 177.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be close to that right now, crank horsepower.
Yeah. It sounds good. It looks good. Do you have any advice for people first time SOFR?
I don't know. I have a first-time co-driver that's 15 years old in the car, so I don't know, man. If you want to do it, just do it, you know?
That's good advice.
Anything's possible. Just jump.
The other guy said watch out for poison ivy, so like there's no bad advice.
Yes, that is a very common thing here. And copperheads and rattlesnakes. And
yep, heard about
keep your
that.
eyes open.
Yeah, well, you looks like you guys are getting ready to go.
Yep.
I'll be cheering you out from the stages. I'll get some pictures for you, send them your way.
Appreciate it.
Well, welcome to America. This is your first time racing here.
Yeah, this is the first time racing in US.
How long have you guys been racing in Sweden?
Thomas has maybe 200 races.
Oh, wow.
Since the 80s. And I have maybe 100.
Very good.
The last 15 years, but we have never raced together.
This is your first time racing together?
First time together. I didn't even know him.
So did you guys meet on a message board or was it through a friend? How did this connection happen?
He put something out on Facebook that he needed a co-driver for a big adventure. I took it directly.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, the car looks great. It sounds awesome. I know you got a lot of competition with the local here. So
it's totally rebuilt and new built.
So is this a red top? A red block?
2.5 liter Volvo motor.
2.5, okay. So what's your red line on this thing?
We have a 315 horsepower.
Wow.
The cars weigh about 1,090 kilos, so it's a monster.
Yeah, it sure is. This it's too clean. I mean, how long did it take to get it over here?
2 weeks by boat.
It's not bad.
And then 15 hours with a trailer from New York.
Yeah.
The distances here is huge.
It is. That's what we always kind of take for granted. You know, if we're looking at what Europeans do for rally, like how much you guys have within a few hours, it's 10 hours for us. So it's like we really just don't get the practice. Like every practice for us is an event. Do you find like a lot of places to be able to do testing and?
No, we haven't raced the car before. It's totally new, so we have to get the pace. It will be there, but we take it easy.
What's your name?
Niklas Gidflo.
Nicholas Gidflo.
Yeah,
okay, I want to get pronunciation like I repeat it. Well, you're going to be off to the stages. I wish you guys the best of luck. Excited seeing you guys here. Take care. I'm here with Michael Hooper of which Lexus?
River City Rally. Ripper 1, I think we're calling mine.
Ripper 1?
Ripper 1.
How many SOFRs for you is this?
5 or 6. This is one of our favorites.
This is a good one.
It's fantastic. We're not a big fan when it rains, but when it's like this.
You're never a big fan when it rains.
No, I'm not, especially when you're there, because that's bad news.
I'm not here, it's fine. The trees are bad news when it rains here.
So for this one, it's the shoulders. If the shoulders are soft, our cars are big, we're cutting a lot. We really, to keep our rear tires as tight as it is, especially yesterday, on the good dirt, the swept dirt, we got to stick the nose.
Yeah.
Like we'll have grass in our hood pins.
Wow.
And when it's wet, we can't trust the shoulders, so we slow way down in the wet here.
You lose your braking confidence.
Braking confidence and hooking confidence. And for us here, as big as the car is, you're either going really well or you're taking it easy. There's like no in between with all the cuts and hooks.
So what happened to Yacht Angle?
That's a great question.
Walk me through it. So you were driving. Was it a half throttle? What happened?
So we were on tarmacs, and I'm excited. It's the second stage, and I wanted to go well. And I was thinking I could stay flat around there, and it started walking a little bit. And I stayed in it.
Sometimes you can power out.
Yeah, I stayed in it, and I straightened it just before the lip, but the car was completely loaded. If you see it from the front, you can't tell, but if you see it from the back, we're actually straight, and then as soon as the tires leave the ground, it was leaned all the way over, but straight. And I just couldn't catch it. I landed.
Well, you kept it on the road. That's a narrow stretch.
It is narrow. I landed and was somewhat lined up, but when those rear tires with the impact, all the grip, it shot one way, and then going backwards to that car, it's got in the ECU, the starter switch is actually controlled where it has to be stopped. So if I'd wanted to restart it, I would have had to come to a complete stop, sit there for a second, wait for everything to communicate, and then start it. So that's why
ECU were you running?
Stock.
The Toyota system?
Yeah, stock.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah. So
how did you figure that out?
Well, lots of ways, but I mean, like if you're rolling, you can't start it. It's got to be stopped. It's pretty obvious. So, and then we just got that not SEDEV, but the tractive transmission, and I know reverse is like glass, and so I was like, it looked relatively quick from the outside, but in there it was like we're sitting in the car for 2.5 weeks, making decisions. So I was trying to get it into reverse to start it, but gently, and then it worked out.
So you have any advice for first-time SOFRers?
Well, most of the hooks are okay. The ones that aren't okay are really bad.
Yeah, I've seen the concrete culvers. Not personally, but
it's like a ton of concrete. Every fourth hook. So it's a little late now, but just pay attention to those on recce, and then go for it on the other ones, because there's a lot of really good hooks out here.
Well, right now, you're leading your class?
We're leading 12 seconds, but the last stage yesterday, the Swedes came back, got 12 seconds on us.
Oh, man.
So they're definitely getting comfortable, and very, very quick driver. So I think we'll have a real fight today.
Oh, well, I look forward to watching you guys battle, because, I'm rooting for my fan favorite, Hooper.
I appreciate that.
But I do want to see how the Swedes do, just on a curiosity's sake.
I mean, so we never beat them yesterday by more than, I don't know, usually, normally it's like 5-7, 2 seconds, 1 second, and you got to figure, you asked me, I said 5 or 6 times at this event. It's their first time, and there's all those fast tarmac sections where you're committed in 6th. So for them to run that fast out of the gate is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
so
that's nuts.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Well, good. All right, well, great talking with you. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
So what's your name?
Sean Burke.
All right, and how many SOFRs is this for you?
This will be our second one. Our first one was a couple years ago, and our engine blew up.
What year was that, do you know?
That was not this past year, but the year before that, so 2023. And we built a new engine Type R replica with about 200 horsepower.
So you're running a B18?
B18, yeah, B18 with a B16 head, Type R camshafts, and kind of a little trick transmission that we cooked up, you know, but it's all Honda stuff.
I love part spin parts. Like,
yeah.
Those are the best builds. It's like,
yeah.
They can pay thousands of engineers to do all sorts of things. I just got to like bolt these two together and it's good.
That's the beauty part about the Honda game. You can just bolt it all together, you know.
So how long have you had this car?
I built this car. I bought it in 2008 and built it. First rally was in 2009 at Black River Stages, and I think we might have 36 rallies on it now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's on its third engine. But the thing, I never thought that I'd be 16 years later in the same car.
Yeah.
You know, my son's navigating for me, and he was 4 whenever I started doing this. And you know, and it's been rolled. It's hit trees, center punch trees, but we always managed to bring it back from the dead. You know?
It's crazy because like I know the back. If you look at there's no rear subframe on these. They just have tabs that bolt off the body.
Right. Yeah. And so we have hit things sideways and had to bend the body out and reinforce those tabs. You know, and put some pipes in there. And
I feel
stuff.
like a BMW owner almost. It's
almost,
like, oh, it's
yeah.
a great body when I reinforce it with 100 pounds more metal.
Right. It was a lot lighter when we started than it is right now.
But it's much safer, I bet.
Yeah, it is much
That's
safer.
good.
You know, you see all Lexan on the car. It's because, well, all the regular glass was blown out long ago.
Yeah. What's actually kind of nice is with like a limit, and you guys are an open though, but with the glass replacement is legal and limited for safety. Because like when I had rolled, like had that glass and been in the window, I would have had like a peppered face.
Yeah.
Because like all I had was just dust. I was like, this is fine. Dust is okay, but you're able to crawl out and everything. But
yeah, to crawl out, it is good, and you know you design that Lexan so you can punch it out, but hopefully you're never in that situation. Obviously.
Right.
You know,
what kind of tires are you running for this
I
event?
got Pirelli tires on there, like Pirelli 14-inch tires. Like nobody runs 14s. And
nobody sells 14s.
Exactly, and everybody's like, you should switch to 15. But with this CRX, with this generation, 15s, even the smallest ones, are really hard to clear the inner fender wells on a car.
Well, you got to look even, and then maybe wheel bearings, because they're small on these. So you start putting that extra load and those impacts.
You know, and
you're gonna just DNF from losing a wheel bearing every.
Yeah, and like so, it is hard to find tires, but. 4-Star out of Canada, they sell Pirelli 14-inch tires at like a super reasonable price, and so I've been getting them out of Canada, and I'm about due for some more. But it's always a struggle anytime I need tires. Who's selling them? What do we got?
It's like you buy them, you can run them for. I mean, light cars, you're light on tires, so you forget about how to buy the next set because you don't need one every.
Yeah,
every
you don't
event.
need one. Yeah, it might be a couple years between tire buys, and you're like, okay, now where do I go?
What's the market now? Everything is different. Who's this supplier?
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I love the car. I think it's a fan favorite. You guys look good out there. I got a couple pictures of you guys. I'll send it to you.
Oh, great.
Just from the phone, but I was like, I was like, oh, there's DJ. I was like, wait, it's a CRX. I was like, oh, these all Hondas all sound the same, but they all look just a little different.
Yeah, DJ and I were always battling back.
That's good.
And
well, you need someone out there to push you, but not into the trees.
Right. Yeah, I got to carry momentum more than he does. So
very true.
He's more point A to point B. Take it easy around a turn.
Yeah. Well, today's a little bit more faster, flowy. I know Friday was more the technical stages.
It is, and I like the technical stuff. That's where this car shines. So
I bet.
I'm not liking the wide open stuff because that's where these power guys can really stretch their legs.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
we're gonna hit it hard anyway.
What's it look like competition-wise, or do you know where you're standing?
I think number one we got. We are off pace of number one by 2 minutes. It's a Lexus. And then Doug Shepard in the Neon SRT4 is 13 seconds ahead of us.
Oh, so you got a good battle with him.
We're close with him. We'd like to keep on him, but I see he did put fresh tires on the front today. And I know with that 300 horsepower, he's really going to be able to ring it out today. So we're going to have to be on the money.
I raced with his son in that car, so they're both Doug Shepard. It's Doug Senior, Junior. So I know what you mean, trying to keep a momentum car to keep up with that power.
Yeah,
it's tough, and you make one little mistake, you're like you brake 100 feet too early, and you just step on it and wait.
Yeah, and we're going to have to hit the turns really hard today to keep our momentum going and try to keep up with the pace.
Well, good. Any advice for first-time SOFRers?
Not really. Go see. Oh yeah, watch out for poison ivy. That's the biggest.
That's a good one.
I've got it here, and whatever it is here, man, it's unlike any other poison ivy I've ever had.
Yeah.
So watch yourself in the woods.
Ticks and poison ivy.
Ticks and poison ivy. Yes.
Good. All right. Well, appreciate.
Okay. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah. Some interesting stories popped up. You probably heard about it. There was Gelsomino had broken his back on the landing. Hooper went through the jump backwards at the Octangle opening stages after the Park Expose stage 1 and 2. So cool to see them run that twice. You're already there. They really made a bigger event out of it rather than just kind of one and done. Event itself was pretty good. It was pretty wild to see that even with Seminole went off, he still managed to get first up until recently when it was overruled. It's really a game of telephone. There was confusion, and this always happens. You get little bits and pieces of information, and it gets kind of spread through basically a verbal link as it moves around everyone involved. So there was an accident. It was Team Z. They needed some emergency support. The stage was canceled, and I heard everything. I thought it was the Burks that had went off. I heard other people had had hit a tree. Helicopters, no helicopters. The confusion. It's best if you really don't know and don't verify is to not say anything, because the speculation and people are calling each other, and it's great that everyone is looking out for each other, but it's a lot of misinformation that spreads out of good nature, and it's an unfortunate truth to that. But I know that the individuals did end up receiving medical assistance, something that does happen, and you hate to see it. But another aspect of rally is everything's delayed. You can make the perfect plan. I don't even know why people call it do movement plans. You should have a good idea, but you need to be flexible because of how things delay and they shift. You really have to be ready for anything. So that's my big advice for you guys out there. Just have a general idea. Don't make it a to Z playbook. Otherwise, you'll get lost in the details if you get one kink in the plan. And rallies love to run delayed. It's all volunteer events. Weather is a concern. Accidents happen. The confusion, the more race cars, the higher the propensity. So get Waffle House, I guess, and then sort it out and do it in real time. Be sure to download your maps offline. Ohio is an interesting place because there's actually quite good deal of service down there, since there's a lot of communication towers that are kind of scattered amongst where the stages are. So one of the few places you'll actually get a response quickly. So real good for that. And that's all I have for the SOFR event for this year. I'm not going to deep dive into the sneak attack. Just want to really make more and go and enjoy and see how it went from there. So I know it's a little bit late since this has been out anyway, so they'll be having STPR. I'll have a small WRC segment. Stick around. The buzz definitely is Oliver Solberg at Estonia. He had a tremendous performance there, kind of stole the show. Oit took second. That was something that it was pretty kind of a wild card event for either one of them, because everyone thought Calais was going to win because he won the last 3 years that he competed in it. So kind of fun facts with that event. Oit's co-driver, Martin, his company that he works for built the construction for the barricades for the city super special stage. And at some point, his dad was mayor of that town. So pretty cool to see that. And you can definitely hear when the Estonians were driving by, you had a tremendous roar from the crowd. Like they could feel that in the car. That's for certain. So, really great performance on his part. I know he was kind of beating himself up. Oliver just really stole the show. With Oliver Solberg being the talk of the town, I think this has been a great fuck you to Pyari, because the whole world is turned against Sammy because he broke up with Ennie as his co-driver. Before they even got on the plane to leave, he had just finished the championship. It was down to the drivers' championship was down to the last stage of the rally, as was the WRC 1 championship. So he had a title fight go down, and he ended up walking away with it. But given the whole weird points bullshit system that WRC2 uses and who claims points for what event, Oliver actually lost that event. And he had tried a Rally 1 car a couple years prior, leading the rally, stage win after stage win, gaining on distance on the rally, and there was no major crashes really in Estonia. But there was a couple incidents, half spins, things like that, because it's some pretty fast, flowy roads. So definitely karma on Piari. I think everyone is in camp any. So let's see what's going to happen. And still on the topic of Solberg, I believe now he has more points than the leading, if not all, of the M Sport drivers combined. And some of the points that he scored in WRC were in a WRC2 car. So there's a lot to be said there. He cleaned house, this weekend definitely. So other things we did see about that was Adrian Formeau is always a wild card. You saw that he was, kind of unpredictable lately. He's been a lot of frustration and setup, and the car not doing what he wants. They had a change at service, and boom, it was a whole nother animal for him. And he was really showing a lot of pace, but you could tell that he wasn't putting a lot out there given, where he was at in the position overall. So great drive from everyone there. Really kind of disappointed from Evans. I'm wondering the question now, if Elfyn Evans is now the new Mikko Hirvonen. There's been a lot of that era of the Sebastians that Mikko was just second to, or come very close. It had been some nail-biting events, and Mikko was always biting at the heels of Sebastian Loeb and even Sebastian Ogier. So we'll see. And kind of with that, really looking forward to the Finland event that's going to be coming up. Suggest you guys follow that one. It's always big jumps, big air, big speed, big incidents, big fun. So take a look at that. I don't really have a 1, 2, 3 for that, but I'm hoping it's really going to be an Oit and Evans battle all year. So we get a little bit of rain. I really want to see Kalle win this one. He's been struggling to find the pace, and you can tell he's down on it. He's given everything he's gotten, but he can't get more. It's interesting how he can adapt to the hybrids faster than he can adapt to the hand-cooked tire change. I don't know with the Rally 1 car when it was hybrid, if the hybrid masked some small mistakes, you can really carry your momentum much further instead of some of these other events where maybe the cars now are more prone to be momentum, and any little mistake is all the more costly. So I don't know if this is just more of a speculation on my end, but you can tell Kalle has given everything he got, and it's just not good enough. And some people thought this would happen when he took a year off, and others like me thought no way, Jose. So kind of interesting to see where we got here, but it's been a lot of opportunities taken away from Kalle at Finland. So I really want to see him win a home event, and that might shake up the leaderboards. So going to be interesting to see. My 1, 2, 3 for the season, I'm going to call it, is I'm going to take Oit. It's going to take the Drivers' Championship. Evans will be second, followed by Ogier. I think somehow Ogier part-time, and there's some tarmac events coming up. You're going to see the Toyota shine a lot more, where they're able to do more consistent and much faster instead of having to really, I think you see Evans struggle to sweep and open the road and be fast. But this is something all the championship drivers have to fight against. They can't always have ideal road position. Arguably Solberg this weekend had ideal road condition, and the rain all held off until Sunday when there was only 60 kilometers left of racing, and even then it wasn't that bad. So that's it for WRC. We'll revisit these. I hope to see if I'm right on the 1, 2, 3, and maybe we can see Taka on the podium. And that's all I got. Until next time, maybe. Well, I don't have an interview for you guys this one, but we'll just do kind of a small segment, and just want to be able to let you guys know I'm going to be pausing this. So I'm not giving up on the podcast, but I'm not really working on it. Just too busy, too much time and effort to really kind of do it right. If you see it promoted, and then to advertise it and draw viewers, make content, just constantly to be able to to make that, to get out there in the system to do what it needs to do is just more than I'm really willing to put into it at this time. But it's been fun. It's kind of interesting. I think there's some things I've definitely learned and improve upon for the next time. So in the meantime, we'll look to try and maybe migrate some of these out of even YouTube. So I think some other people listen to podcasts and other more popular platforms. So, and thank you for all the ones that have listened. It's been good to get some of the comments that I've heard from, visiting you guys. But we'll look forward to some more fun discussions in the future. We can talk about rule changes and drama and excitement and kind of the zeitgeist of the rally season. So look forward to more of those to come. TBD if I'll be visiting LSPR or not. So maybe some exciting news comes out of there. Not from a competitive standpoint for me, though. Like I've kind of mentioned or has been teased about in the podcast prior with some of the guests. I did pick up a 73 Mazda RX-3 that we'll be working on. I wouldn't say I'd commit to a rally car again, but it did used to be. And I think at one point I'm still working to kind of put the story together of that car. So that could be a very special one-off rendition of First Car Out where we talk about the RX-3. That story is still in the process of searching for. So more to come on that. And our good friend Kyle Roberts is not really going to be doing much racing anymore in the co-driving seat. It was a pretty bad wreck. He is okay. Sometimes it's nice to end on a high note, or you've come to do as much as you want in that hobby, and we do see a lot of people come and go and rally. So that's nothing new. There's always churn. There's always people that tend to drop out, and others tend to flush in, and the whole environment does kind of change a little. But I'm going to be sad to see Kyle go retire from rally, but may be able to persuade him in the future. Never know. But because of that, I'm working on another media project called Ode to Kyle. So we're going to have a really good best of from the in-car videos. I broke his back, so at least I could do is watch every minute that we have recorded together. So I've compiled a lot of funny moments, painful moments, exciting moments, and some dangerous moments. So we'll see a nice collage of that, and it'll give you a pretty good idea of what we miss, and a big thank you to all the help that he's done over the years to help, get us even to the stage, let alone continue to join and compete and co-drive. So there's a lot to the Kyle story, and maybe if he wants to be recorded, he doesn't. We can tell that one, but that's up to him. That's not up to me. All right. Well, that's all I have. I'm going to get back to working on the car and try and put one of these Mazdas back on the road, and we'll see in what capacity. But they'll at least be cars again and go from there. Or who knows, something else. Remember, do one thing a day. Take care.
Over crest into right 5 plus. Right 5 plus, left 6 into small crest into right 5.
Five,
4, 3, 2, 1, go.